The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. And welcome to the last week before vacation for me. 3 amazing games, 2 of them involving maybe the most surprising race of them all now. We'll get to that in a second. My name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program for this 28th day of June 2022. We have for you, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to change the name on the stream. Sucks to be me. So it'll be the Montreal Expos and the St. Louis Cardinals from Friday, August 16th, 1985. The Cardinals, by the way, were swept in a doubleheader on Thursday to the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Expos just keep on winning. And so what was once a safe lead of 15 games is now down to 7, with this being game number 113 for the Cardinals. Montreal, with 9 games left to play, the Cardinals have a chance. It's a real chance. It's not a done deal that Montreal can catch St. Louis, and the Cardinals, who pretty much were printing playoff tickets a month ago, it's not a done deal that they're going to blow this, but just like with Cincinnati and the Dodgers a couple weeks ago, Montreal has a real chance to make September quite interesting in the Beer City. And so Bob Forsch tries to stop this losing streak for St. Louis. Lasky in his 9 ERA goes for Montreal. That's what we got for you on a Tuesday. Enjoy, everybody! As Retro Sports Network presents... Oh my goodness gracious, you know what? I forgot to do all of that. Not only is it not there, it's not even in. Let's change this. As Retro Sports Network presents Major League Replay 85. Today from Busch Stadium in St. Louis, it's the St. Louis Cardinals and the Montreal Expos. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. No, that's not what I wanted. And so it'll be Bob Forsch getting the call for St. Louis on a warm and breezy day here on the banks of the Mississippi. Forsch, making his 11th start of the year, is 2-6 with a save and an earned run average of .472. He is 35 years old, a fastball pitcher at 82, and a standard pitcher. Making his 3rd start against the Expos, and Montreal has eaten him for lunch. 11 2/3 innings, 16 hits, 11 runs, all earned. He walked 4, struck out 4. He's 0-1 with an 8.49 ERA. He last pitched against the Phillies in a 4-0 loss on the 11th, so he's on full rest. 87 pitches, 5 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, all earned. A homer. He walked 1 and struck out 6. So, if the Cardinals are trying to stop a losing streak, Forsch needs to be that guy. He was the race a while ago. 74 1/3 for Bob, 79 hits, 46 runs, 39 earned, 9 homers allowed, 27 walks, and 33 strikeouts. He lost to the Expos on April 15th, his first start of the year, 5-4, and did not pitch long enough to get the win on their 13-7 win on April 26th. But he did not pitch well in that. Oh, Raines hits a ground ball for show over to first, and that's how this one starts. Supposed to wait for me. Oh. We done? Okay. So there's 2 out. Raines and Law. Miska Muska Mouseketeer. So while we did all that, Forrest got the first 2 on 6 pitches. Andre Dawson, 242, 16 homers and 60 RBI. Tim Raines led off in left. Law will bat second and play second. Andre Dawson in right will hit third. He's at the plate now. Hubie Brooks at short cleans up. Terry Francona at first will bat fifth. Tim Wallach at third will go sixth. Herm Winningham in center bats seventh. Steve Nicosia is the catcher today. He'll bat eighth. And Lasky in his 90 pitches on the mound, batting ninth. Vince Coleman, as we set the Cardinal defense for you, he is a 5 and an 8. How you doing, Steeler fan? Andy Van Slyke, a 4 and a 9 in center. Tito Landrum, a 4 and a 4 in right. Terry Pendleton, a 9 at third. Ozzie Smith, a 9 at short. Tommy Herr, a 5 at second. Jack Clark, a 6 at first. Darrell Porter behind the plate for St. Louis. He's a 5 and a 4, and Forsch is a 7 on the mound with a .970 fielding percentage. So a pop out and a ground out. Then we get to Dawson, 242, 16 homers, and 60 RBI. Forsch deals, and Dawson hits a fly ball to shallow left. Coleman will make the catch, and that will retire the side. Bill Lasky gets the call for the Expos. Half an inning in the books, no score. Lasky making his second start since coming over from San Francisco on August 1st, rather. He's 28 years old, a fastball pitcher at 88 and a fly ball plus pitcher. His one start with the Expos came against the Pirates 5 days ago. He went 5 innings in a 6-2 loss. The Pirates, by the way, are playing well. 92 pitches, 8 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned. He gave up 2 homers. A walk and a strikeout. Vince Coleman leads off for the Cardinals in left field. Andy Van Slyke in center, bats second. Tommy Herr at second will bat third. Jack Clark cleans up at first. Darrell Porter behind the plate will bat fifth. Terry Pendleton at third goes sixth. Tito Landrum in right will bat seventh. The Wizard, Ozzie Smith at short, will go eighth. And Forsch, Bob threw all of 8 pitches in the first. He'll bat ninth. And look at that, he's hitting .407. Defensively for Montreal, Raines a 5 and a 9 in left. Winningham a 6 and 5 in center. Dawson a 7 and a 7 in right. Tim Wallach a 9 at third. Hubie Brooks a 4 at short. Law, let's go Spos we're seeing from the crowd. Law 5 at second. Francona a 4 at first. Nicosia a 4 and a 2 behind the plate. Lasky is a 6 on the mound with a 1,000 fielding percentage. Coleman on a 12-game hitting streak. 264, a home run, 29 RBI, and 70 stolen bases. Expos playing back. Coleman drops one down. Francona will pick it up and won't even bother to throw. And so the First National Industrial Bank of St. Louis is trying to manufacture something already. Brings up Van Slyke, 266, 5 homers, 37 RBI. Hit and run is on. Van Slyke swings, and there's a line drive to Law. Throws to Francona, and they double off Coleman. Wow. So, Van Slyke, not a bad hit and run. And if he took the pitch, Coleman would have had the base stolen, but he just lined it right into the waiting glove of Law. This isn't L.A., but the Law was put down, and so was Coleman. So 2 out for Tommy Herr. 314, 3 homers, and 68 RBI. Lasky deals. Herr hits this one into left. Raines goes back, and that will end the inning. So, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. After 1, Montreal nothing, St. Louis nothing. A rare base-running blunder from the Cardinals. But that's how their lead has been halved from 15 or so down to 7. If you missed the open, the Cardinals were swept at home in a doubleheader yesterday by the Pittsburgh Pirates. So Montreal at 65-49. This is game 115 for them. The good news for the Cardinals is they do have 3 games in hand. This is game 113 for 2. Yeah, 3. 113 for them. 2 games. Math was my strong suit in school, not. Hubie Brooks at 270. 10 homers and 45 RBI. He's sitting on a 12-game hitting streak. Pitch to Brooks. Ball 4. So full count fastball missed outside. Push walk for Forsch. Here's Francona. Terry at 250. 1 homer and 25 RBI. Francona aspires to be a manager someday. Manages to get this one into center field. Van Slyke will throw into second, but Terry has his 11th double of the year. So it's first or second and third, nobody out for Tim Wallach, who's having a monster year. 283, 21 homers, and 72 RBI. He's got 2 ducks on the pond with nobody out here in the second. Force deals. Wallach into left. That should score Brooks. Coleman will make the catch. Brooks to tag. And will score without a throw. And Montreal breaks out to a 1-0 lead. Brings up Herm Whittingham. Herm at 256. 4 home runs and 21 RBI. So the base running boo-boo in the first looms large now for St. Louis. Pitch to Herm. Into center. Van Slyke going back. Will make the catch. Francona tags. And he's got a good arm, and so Terry will hold at second. 2 out. For Steve Nicosia, wearing one of those catcher helmets. Those things were in style in the 80s. 216 for Steve, no homers, and 6 RBI. You'll see the Blue Jays tomorrow, and then the Cardinals and the Expos again on Thursday, and then it's vacation time. And Nicosia draws the walk. So Forsch is walk 2. And that'll bring up Bill Lasky, who was 0 for 2 as a member of the Expos, 1 for 7 in his real time with Montreal. So first and second, 2 out. If you're going to walk a batter, having it with the pitcher due up is all right, and 2 out. In the left, Coleman, by the pen, will make the catch, and that will retire the side. But the Expos strike first with a run on a hit. They leave on 2, no errors. Bottom 2, 1-0 Montreal. They'll bring up Jack Clark, Darrell Porter, and Terry Pendleton to follow. Clark at 273, 19 homers. He only has 42 at-bats to go, and 77 RBI. He will be in the playoffs if the Cardinals get there. Again, they've kind of stumbled as of late. Lasky deals. Into right center. Whittingham rides the Schwinn. 1 out. Brings up Darrell Porter. Darrell at 224. 2 homers and 15 RBI. Struck him out. Porter got an 0-2 curve right there, and he looked at it. 2 out. Stood there like a barn on the side of the road. Brings up Terry Pendleton. Terry at 211. No homers, 7 doubles, and 38 RBI. So the Expos up 1-0, 2 out, bottom of the second. A Montreal win cuts the lead to 6. Terry up the middle, Brooks on the sliding pit, throws to first, and that will retire the side. So Lasky pitching a lot better than you'd think. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the third, 1-0 Montreal. So the opening 9 for Forsch, 2 innings, 32 pitches, 1 hit, 2 walks and no strikeouts. Raines, at the moment, 309, 5 homers, 39 RBI. My computer was stuck on a button, so Raines and Law had their first at-bats. Timmy's 0 for 1. Clark and Pendleton play for the bunt. In the center, Van Slyke moves over. 1 out. 78 degrees here in St. Louis. Wind blowing in directly in from center at 12. Pretty much where the new ballpark would be is where it's blowing in from. Here's Vance Law. Vance at 260, 10 homers, 41 RBI, 0 for 1 today. In the left, Coleman going back. 2 out. Oh, wait. That hit the turf, and that's a ground rule double. So Coleman thought he had it, but the wind played with it just enough, and because of the rock-hard turf, it bounces over the 8-foot wall, and that's the second hit for the Expos. Here it is again. It looked like Coleman was going to get there, but it tailed away from him at the end, hit on that turf, and bounced over the wall for a ground rule double. And with Law speed, that might have actually taken a base away. So here's Dawson, 1 out. Andre is 0 for 1. Pitch from Forsch. Dawson, ground ball to third. Pendleton snares it, throws to first. Dawson retired. And the Law will hold at second. And that'll bring up Hubie Brooks, who walked and scored in the second. So how are you guys doing today? Law leads. Brooks to the Wizard. Ozzie over to first. And that will retire the side. So the Expos get the ground rule double, and that's it. No runs, a hit, no errors. Bottom 3, 1-0 Montreal. How you doing, Todd B? I think I've seen it once. And I bet it was at an AstroTurf Park. There are tennis courts that don't play as true and as hard as the artificial surface played in these 70s ballparks. Here's Landrum. Tito at 309, 4 homers, 23 RBI. Wizard and Forsch to follow. Lasky deals. There's a fly ball center field. Back goes Whittingham, way back there. That is off the wall. So Landrum is in the second standing on his 7th double of the year. Second hit for the Cardinals. Here's Ozzie Smith, 263, 3 homers, 56 RBI. So Tito, the tying run here in the bottom of the third. And this game is tied as Ozzie boots it into right center field. Dawson will pick it up. Landrum had the afterburners on all the way, and that is an RBI single. So 1-1 to score for Forsch at 407. 2 homers and 9 RBI. Doesn't Bob look like a happy camper in that picture? First of all, the lighting in that shot is terrible. It looks all sweaty. It's obviously a spring training picture. Bob looks like he had all the fun and excitement on that photo shoot of being stuck in line at the DMV. There goes Ozzie. Nicosia throws, and that is in there.
'there. So Ozzie has his 20th of the year. 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 20th
And a 1-ball count to Forsh, who's going to swing. His bunt rating fell from 10 to 4, good buddy. So Ozzie on second. 1-0 count to Forsh, nobody out. Tie ball game here in the third. Pitch to Bob. Ground ball, left side, that's a base hit. Rain's coming in, he's playing shallow, and Ozzie saw that all the way and will hold. So that's a 4th hit for the Cardinals. Runners on the corners for Coleman. Vince singled his first time up and was picked off on a hit and run. Line drive double play. Lasky is opening 9, 2+ innings, 22 pitches, 4 hits. The run is earned and a strikeout. Yeah, he looks like that because he just got the $100 checks from Topps for his time. They don't pay much more. It's like $500 now, right? I bet some of those canceled checks are probably worth more than the actual pictures. Pitch to Coleman. Gets away from Nicosia. Here comes Smith, and the Cardinals go up 2-1. So a wild pitch in the dirt that went all the way back to the backstop, and that scored the run, and it's a 3-ball count now to Vince Coleman. So Forsh stands in scoring position. That's 2 on the board for St. Louis. And Coleman draws the walk. And with the stop sign at second, it really doesn't matter what Coleman wants to do. Here's Van Slyke, Andy 0 for 1. So Lasky kind of coming undone here. Enjoying a ball game while work still thinks your internet is down. Shh. Wonder if players can opt out of those pictures today. They get paid. And they get another check from Panini if they do the Donruss cards. Because that's through the Players Association. Midlife crisis, Twitch very temperamental. Usually is. Afternoon baseball today, tomorrow and Thursday. Blue Jays tomorrow, Expos and Cardinals Thursday. First and second, Van Slyke 0 for 1. Line drive to Brooks, and Forsh doesn't move. 1 out. Tommy Herr is 0 for 1. So, vacation time next week. My esteemed colleagues are here. What would you like me to tape in advance for when I'm not here next week? Pitch to Herr. Fly ball, left field. Back goes Rains, way back there. That should be off the wall, and the minimum, it is off the top of the wall. Forsh will score. Coleman rounds third. Rains has a howitzer out there, but Coleman has Rolls-Royce engines, and it's 4-1 St. Louis as Herr gets on the double. A game with Honus Wagner. So that brings up Clark. So the Cardinals have a 4 spot on the board here in the third. I remember Boughton, Dieskenhauer says, saying in ball 4, the players didn't tell their wives they got paid for the card picks. Well, back in the 60s and 70s, especially for some of the non-stars, that was some serious money. I didn't buy that. That's $25. The All-State teams that Dallas playing, that looks fun, doesn't it? By the way, they now a video montage of Bob Stanley set to sweet music. Todd, why do I let you in here? Pitch to Clark. There's a ground ball base hit left side. Herr's gonna run. Rains has an arm, and Tommy won't chance it. So first and third, 1 out for Porter. Darryl struck out. His first time up, the lone strikeout from Lasky. The Dave Cook is also now redone. Yeah, I'm about to say, good sale on the remastered 1910 and 20s decade. Did they face? No, they didn't. Not in 88. He wasn't with the A's. Sweet Music, though, was with the Red Sox in the early 90s. So the 1910s and 1920s and the 1930s will now be able to do as played and I believe splits, if I remember correctly. I got the 30s. I waited on the 20s, and I'll probably pick that up Friday. Pitch to throw to first. Clark is back. You throw over for Jack Clark, huh? Frankie Viola is what you're thinking of. But yeah, Al's doing the all. That Mass team is pretty good. I thought there was supposed to be like a World Cup type thing, and I thought it was with the baseball history thing, but I didn't see it. Pitch to Porter in the right field. Dawson going back. Way back there, and that ball is way out of here, and that's off the Cardinal logo on the scoreboard. And so St. Louis has broken this one open. They've just destroyed Lasky, and that'll do it. So here comes Glens Falls, New York's very own Randy St. Clair. Got a pitching change, 7-1. Cardinals. So St. Clair, I don't have that ABA season. 37 games for Randy. He is 2-1 with a 3.86 ERA. This is his third appearance against the Cardinals. He's going to go for a while. Well, maybe not. It's only 35 pitches. 2 1/3, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned, a walk. And an earned run average of 771. Randy, 25 years old. Helps if I hit the button. Fastball pitcher, 85, and a ground ball plus pitcher. Pitched yesterday in their 7-4 win up at Wrigley. Didn't get a decision. 1 inning, 22 pitches, 2 hits. A run it was earned. 44 1/3 innings, 55 hits. 19 runs all earned. 3 homers, 13 walks, 20 strikeouts. 2-1 with a 3.86 ERA. Todd B picked up the newest version of Digital Diamond from Steam, 15% off sale right now. That game gets some bad press, but it's come a long ways. I probably won't get that. It does, by the way, have the board game helper, but I'm not sure what seasons that's for. So Pendleton is 0 for 1. Landrum and Smith with 1 out, could still bat here. The Cardinals have put 7 across here in the third. The developer rubbed me the wrong way on that. Pitch to Pendleton. Terry hits a ground ball left side. He has 12 steals. That's the 8th Cardinal hit. Here's Landrum. Tito doubled and scored in this inning. The Cardinals have batted around. Did you explain to him the right way to rub me? Steak and fries is a good start. Got him. An 0-2 fastball on the outside corner. 2 out for Ozzie. 1 for 2. Or 1 for 1, a single, an RBI, a run scored, and a stolen base. I thought in previous versions there were too many fly ball outs, and it just seemed to be, although so is this, just a button mashing exercise. Good, glad you like it. And yeah, Strat, you know, the paradox of Strat, Todd, is that they do rub people the wrong way an awful lot, but damn, their games are good. I understand why people have a hard time with them. Pitch to Ozzie. Fly ball to right. Dawson And he makes the catch, and that finally retires the side. But the Cardinals put up 7 on 7 hits and no errors and leave a runner on. We go to the fourth, 7-1 St. Louis. It has every season. You can just use it as a stat and game board tracker. I saw that was there. See if Gardner picks it up. He didn't think every season was available. The good news is, if you just use it to keep as a modified stat keeper, that it can play the rest of the games for you, right? Or just a single team replay. Francona, by the way, doubled his first time up. Wallach and Winningham. Bob Fort's been handed a 6-run lead here as we start the top of the fourth. Into right, Landrum, 1 out. Plus you can import any player from any year. Here's Wallach. Tim had a sac fly, driven in his 73rd run of the year. I'm doing, I think I told you, the top 8 teams from last season in roster card baseball. Let's talk about how good the Los Angeles Dodgers are, okay? And so I've done something I haven't done in years. I'm keeping stats by hand. And that's been fun. Pitch to Wallach. Line drive to Pendleton. 2 out. Here's Winningham. He's 0 for 1. D. Scott Howard is sold. Into right. Landrum has it for the out. So, no runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the fourth, 7-1 St. Louis. And so as we look at the standings, the Dodgers' lead has been whittled down to 14.5 games. Houston is above 500. San Diego has a positive run differential. In the East, the Cardinals, as we said earlier, were swept by the Pirates in a doubleheader yesterday, so their lead over Montreal is 7. So we picked up the Cardinal-Montreal game for Thursday, which would be Sunday. In the American League West, Kansas City struggling again. The Angels have cut that to 4.5. And in the East, Toronto by 2 over Boston, 5 over the Yankees, 6 over Baltimore, 7.5 over the Detroit. Baltimore has won 4 straight. And when we come back from vacation, there's going to be about 6 weeks to go in the season. So the AL East has become a race. AL East is a race. The NL East is on the verge of being a race. Forsh singled and scored his first time up. He probably didn't tell his wife about the check. Line drive to first. Francona, 1 out. So here's Coleman. Vince has walked, scored, and reached on a bunt hit. St. Clair in relief of Bill Lasky. Coleman, line drive, second verse, same as the first. So 2 out for Van Slyke, Andy 0 for 2. You'd like to import the 2025 Julio Rodriguez. What about the 2022 O'Neill Cruz? He hit his first home run last night off of Eric Fetty, who I would not want to import. That kid has got one heck of a future. Struck him out, gets away from Nicosia, throws down to first, and that will retire the side. So the Cardinals go quietly in the fourth. We go to the fifth, 7-1 St. Louis. So Nicosia, we'll see, and Raines here in the fifth. Steve walked his first time up. Struck him out. So he foul tipped it in the glove of Darrell Porter. 1 out. So here's St. Clair. Let's see what they do with Randy. 1 for 5 on the real year. And Scott Thompson will pinch hit. Scott, over from San Francisco, is hitting .429 as a pinch hitter with an RBI. Overall, 4 for 8, a double, and 3 RBI. Force winds and deals. Into right center. Van Slyke for the out. 2 away. For Reigns, who's 0 for 2. Back to Action PC. Isn't there? I thought there was a international teams in one of those downloads. Am I right or wrong? Force opening 18, 59 pitches, 4 2/3, 2 hits, 2 walks and a strikeout. Reigns is 0 for 2. And there's a ground ball to Ozzie on the dirt. Fantastic throw, and that will retire the side. That's why he's a wizard, Harry. Bert Robert is coming in halfway home on a Tuesday afternoon. Cardinals 7, Expos 1. So here's how we got here. If you joined us late, Vince Coleman now has a 13-game hitting streak. He singled in the first because I bunted. Montreal got on the board first. A sac fly from Tim Wallach in the second made it 1-0 Expos. Then the Cardinals went off like popcorn in the third. Ozzie Smith singled home Landrum to tie the ball game at 1, then scored on a wild pitch by Bill Lasky to make it 2-1 St. Louis. Tommy Herr with a 2-run double made it 4-1. And then Darrell Porter hit a 3-run shot to make it 7-1. And that knocked out Bill Lasky. He will not be making the cover of Pitching Illustrated after this start. 2 1/3, 7 hits, 7 runs, all earned. The home run to Porter, a walk and a strikeout. Randy St. Clair, his day is done as Bert Robert takes his warm-up tosses. Inning and 2/3, a hit and 2 strikeouts. Meanwhile, Bob Forsch, 5 innings, 2 hits, a run. He walked 2 and struck out 1. Expos exploded like Jiffy Pop. You got it. Robert is making his 28th appearance, his 1-0, with a save and an earned run average of 180. Against the Cardinals, his 4th appearance, 2 2/3, 1 hit, a walk and a strikeout. He pitched 4 days ago against the Cubs in a 16-1 laugher at Wrigley that the Expos won. 2 innings, 27 pitches, and 3 hits. So Robert's 30 innings, 19 hits, 8 runs, 6 hits. The 1 homer, by the way, came against the Padres on May 17th. He walked 10 and struck out 11. Bert is 31 years old. He does not speak to Ernie. Fastball pitcher at 85 and a standard pitcher. And yep, it is spelt the same way. B-E-R-T. So Herr, Clark, and Porter here in the bottom of the 5th. Tommy 1 for 2, a double, and is now driven in 70 on the year. That came in the 3rd. And Herr strikes out. A 1-2 curve swung on and missed. Brings up Jack Clark. Jack 1 for 2, a single and a run scored. So options for vacation time streaming. Oh, I got a trivia question though. Who is the only undrafted player in the Hall of Fame since the draft began in 1965? It's not Piazza because he was drafted in the 8,000th round. as a favorite of Uncle Tommy. Clark 1 for 2. He is singled and scored. In the left center, Winningham, 2 out. For Porter, Darrell with a big 3-run jack in the third. Now is 3 on the season and driven in 18. You know what? So he would have come in, played after 1965, of course, or his rookie year would have been after 1965. Since the draft, well, we know it's not Bob Stanley. Pitch to Porter. There's a fly ball to right. Dawson will make the catch, and that will retire the side. With the exception of that one inning when St. Louis turned into Jiffy Pop, the Expos have shut them down. No runs, no hits, no errors. Go to the 6th, 7-1 St. Louis. So Law, Dawson, and Brooks to face Forsch. Wow. I think I'm going to need a hint for that, Todd. Wow, 1 for 2. Well, David Ortiz would qualify because he wasn't American or Canadian. Pitch to Law. Line drive to first. 1 out. Here's Dawson. So he played for one of these teams, Montreal or St. Louis. Would it be Tony Perez? Andre Dawson is 0 for 2. Larry Walker. He would have been subject to the draft, though. But I bet Brad's right. Okay, Larry Walker. From BC, right? Pitch to Dawson. There's a fly ball center field. Van Slyke going back. Should have room. And that is 2 out. I mean, this place is spacious. 74 now on a beautiful night here in St. Louis. Wind blowing in from left at 12. Here's Hubie Brooks. He has walked, scored, and is 0 for 1. Popped up. Left side. Ozzie by the pins. He's running. He's gonna make the catch to retire the side. Reaches in the C's part. I tell you, Ari, he's a wizard. After 5.5, 7-1 St. Louis. No runs, no hits, no errors. That is very cool. So Pendleton, Landrum, and Smith to face Roberge here in the 6th. Terry 1 for 2. So we got a bunch of oddball sports I could do. We can do some boxing, some horse racing, mini tennis tournament. Pitch to Pendleton. Into shallow center. Winningham coming in. 1 out. Tito Landrum is up. 1 for 2. Doubled, struck out, and scored. I did a video Saturday that got uploaded but couldn't process because while I was doing the video, my graphics card overheated. So no more trips to the pond. Pitch to Landrum, at least on camera. Into right center. Winningham coming in. Herm is there, and that's an out. So for Auberge, 5 up, 5 down. Here's Ozzie Smith. You're feeling an episode of The Outdoors with Ron Juckett. As I said, I tried to do another one. He signed at the age of 18. Wow. Now, Canadian players were subject to the draft, right? Ozzie has an RBI single, a stolen base, his 20th, and he scored his 45th run. In the left center, Winningham running in will make the catch. And really, outside of that one inning, Montreal has pitched so well. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 6, 7-1 St. Louis. So that's even a bigger wow that he went undrafted because Canadian players are subject to the draft. Here's Francona. Terry 1 for 2, a double, and scored the lone run for Montreal in the second. Liner, Van Slyke, 1 out. Anywhere but someone to explain it to them. We don't. Oh, now you say don't hate you. All the Bob Stanley jokes. All the Bob Stanley jokes. Yeah, don't hate you. Here's Timmy Wallach. Timmy had a sac fly. He's 0 for 1. In the center field, Van Slyke going back. And he's there. 2 out. D. Scott Howard is so old. In my day, you went to Canada to avoid a draft. Different kind of draft there, Gramps. Here's Winningham. Herman's 0 for 2. Force just throwing it free and easy this afternoon. Popped up. Van Slyke coming in. And that will retire the side. Stretch time, 7-1 St. Louis. Get off my lawn! Actually, Todd, he came back because he found he couldn't get any Olympia or Rainier. So these two teams will meet 9 more or 8 more times after this. St. Louis leads the season series 6-3. St. Louis has won 5 of 6 in Montreal. So they, including tonight, have 9 more games to play against each other. We'll have, obviously, this one and Sunday's game on Thursday, if that makes any sense. Bob Forsch is 1 for 2. He has a single and a run scored. Base hit again. That might be extra bases. It is extra bases, as Forsch has his 4th double of the year. We went for the Molson. Vancouver was across the border, and the drinking age was 18. That was so long ago, it was John Molson that made the beer himself. Here's Coleman. Vince 1 for 2. It's the first hit Roberge has allowed, by the way. Walked and scored. It's Vince. Forsch on second. And Coleman draws the walk. So nobody out, first and second for Van Slyke. 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Koja goes out to talk to Roberge. To Law. Might be 2. Brooks for 1. Hubie does not throw to first, so they get the speedy Coleman 1 out. Here's her. Tommy 1 for 3. His 30th double of the year. And he's driven in 2. Now is 70. And struck out. Roberge deals. Ground ball to Law. This might be 2. Forsch will score. Brooks for 1. No throw to first. And it's 8-1 St. Louis. So this one's turned into a laugher. Or, if you're a Cardinal fan, this is a statement ball game. Clark 1 for 3. Jack has a run scored. So an ABA playoff game. Jack Buck has left the building. Clark. And it's a balk by Roberge because Herr needed the help. And the count is 1-1. Late to the party. Good afternoon. Pesky work schedule indeed. So Blue Jays tomorrow. Cardinals Expos Thursday, and that's it for vacation. Clark, a 1-1 count. Got him. So 1 run, another hit, and no errors. We go to the 8th, 8-1 St. Louis. How close are we to the trade deadline? In the replay, it's over. And you got... Didn't they move it back? Isn't that July 15th? Dave was going to see who's going on in the hot tub chat. He started a football mogul replay today. 1979 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Nicosia has walked and struck out. In Vancouver, pub waiters walked around with trays of Molson. You always grab 2 at a time. Women enter through a different door into the same room. Wow. In the replay, it's over because it's August 16th. So it would be a waiver deal. How you doing? Greetings from Chad. I thought you were in Poland. How you doing, Chad? Pitch to Nicosia, and he draws the walk. So why'd they have different doors in Vancouver? Well, Barrish will get pinch hit for here. He struck out in his only plate appearance. Mitch Webster. Mitch at 296. 5 homers, 24 RBI. Pinch hitter. 1 for 4, it looks like, or 2 for 8. Oh, you got work on Chad. So what do you do? I don't think I've had any viewers from Africa before. Our friend Chris Slovic was in Thailand. Oh, Blue Loss closed on Sunday. That's interesting. Pitch to Webster. Line drive to her. And Nicosia goes back. 3-month mission. Oh, congratulations. And here's Timmy Raines. Timmy's 0 for 3. Force is opening 27. 93 pitches. 7 1/3. 2 hits. 3 walks and a strikeout. So are all the bars in Vancouver separate entrances? I just find that, wow. Yeah, that is pretty cool. Rains into center field. Van Slyke makes the catch. Improved mobile network. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay. 2 out for Law. Vance 1 for 3. A double. So, obviously, we haven't had anyone watch from Antarctica yet. The time difference, it would be, what, 8 minutes to 2 tomorrow morning in Melbourne. Maybe 20 minutes to, or 8 minutes to 3. So I think we're missing South America and Australia. Only if you move to Africa, Todd. So 2 out for Law. And there's a base hit right center field. Van Slyke will pick it up. So runners on first and second. And Nicosia goes to third. So first and third, 2 out for Dawson, who's 0 for 3. I know every time that I start a Twitch stream, it tells you where the server is. Aunt Becky doesn't count as down under? Ugh, no. Unless Uncle Jesse's involved. And most of the time, it's Ashburn, Virginia is where we're streaming from. But today it was New York City. Regarding football mogul, I don't know if I can trust a game that starts backup quarterback in the first game of the season when neither started a single game. Thought that was funny. Take it for what it's worth, I think. Clay works very hard in those games, but I think those games are fun. And we'll just leave it at that. Pitch to Dawson. Fly ball to right. Landrum in the corner by the Phillies logo will make the catch to retire the side. Actually, that would be the Phillies logo. Gary Lucas coming in now for Montreal. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 8-1. So Lucas, 37th appearance. Browns will be starting a backup quarterback. Yeah, yes, because they are the Browns. 4-1 is Gary with a save and an earned run average of 485. Against the Cardinals, he's made 2 appearances, 2/3 of an inning, a hit, and an earned run. He last pitched the lefty on the 13th against the Cubs up at Wrigley, took the loss. Poor guy, in a 1-0 ball game, 2/3 of an inning, 16 pitches, the 1 hit, 1 run. It was earning a walk. So overall, Gary, 39 innings, 40 hits, 21 runs all earned, 6 home runs allowed. He's walked 14 and struck out 11. All right, well, thanks for checking in. Enjoy your time in Chad. Who is the Seahawks quarterback this year? Darryl Porter's going to stay in the game. You might well. 1 for 3. He'll be the Digital Dice MVP unless the heavens swallow up St. Louis. 8-1 to score. Porter, a 3-run shot. That's down the line and right. Dawson makes the catch, 1 out. And that'll bring up Pendleton. Terry, 1 for 3. I think the Browns need a hologram of Otto Graham. Could be Baker Mayfield. The guy who bought the Tim Couch jersey when the Browns came back into existence and has now duct taped the name of every starting quarterback Cleveland's had since 1999. Going to need a wedding train type deal after this. Pitch to Pendleton. Terry hits a ground ball to short. Brooks across the way to Francona, and there's 2 out. Here's Tito Landrum. Tito 1 for 3, a double, a strikeout, and a run scored. Base hit, right side. So Dawson will pick it up. Landrum is 2 for 4. 10th hit for the Cardinals. 8 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left on 2. Has St. Louis. Montreal a run on 3 hits. And no errors, and they've left on 5. This has been a woodshed performance by the Cardinals. Here's Ozzie Smith. You have someplace. Colin Kaepernick is kneeling and hoping for a job. How long has it been since he played? Ozzie 1 for 3, a single, an RBI, a run scored, and his 20th stolen base. Regarding Walker, Larry Walker, he never played in high school baseball. Wanted to play hockey. Lost interest when he couldn't advance. Started playing baseball with the travel team at age 17 and signed with the Expos years later. Wow. Been 6 years. Be as rusty as I am. Pitch to Ozzie. Into right, Dawson. And that will retire the side. You just stop doing anything for 6 years, you're just going to be terrible at it. I mean, look at Johnny Manziel playing in the, 9th level Arena League. All right, top of the 9th, 8-1. So Forrest looking to go the distance. He's allowed 3 hits. Hubie Brooks, not one of them. 0 for 2, a run scored and a walk. Forrest starts the 9th with a fly ball right center field. Van Slyke, 1 out. Oh, no, that's a ground rule double. You hadn't seen it once, now you've seen it twice in the same game. Again, that took a funny hop. Van Slyke thought he had it, and that's the 2nd ground rule double of the ball game. Here's Terry Francona, who has a double. So it's only the 4th hit. We are planning to have an influx of people here in Canton for the USFL playoffs. So they're not playing them in Birmingham in front of wives and girlfriends? Popped up. Ozzie. One out. There's enough spring leagues now, or the CFL, that he could play himself back into shape. Here's Wallach. Tim is 0 for 2 with an RBI. Sack fly in the 2nd, the lone run for the Expos. In the left center, Van Slyke moving over. 2 out. Brooks, the throw to third is going to be safe. So runners on the corners and 2 out. A runner on third and 2 out for Winningham. Last chance saloon here. Expos need 7 to tie with 2 out and 8 to go ahead. So Forsch 1 out away from a complete game. He will earn his 3rd win of the year. You want to watch the sport of the future, watch Squid Game on Netflix. Does it get me followers? Squid Game. Do I want to know? Porter goes out. Bob says, just 1 more out. Just get back there. Ground ball to her. Tom throws to first, and the Cardinals win this one 8-1. So a one-sided affair here in St. Louis. So Bob Forsch goes to 3-6. The Cardinals go to 72-41. It's like hockey, but they replace the puck with a squid. That sounds like something they do in Detroit. So the Cardinals, 8 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They leave on 3. The Expos, 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors. And they leave on 6. Darryl Porter, his 3-run shot. He still got the Astros score to go here. The difference, but we'll give it to Forsch, the Digital Dice MVP. A 4-hitter, 3 walks and a strikeout. He got 34 batters on 117 pitches. So the Expos fall to 65-50. The Cardinals go to 72-41. Roberge gave up the 1 run in 3 innings, and Lucas a shutout 9th. 456 people fighting to the death for money. Gosh, I am shocked. Shocked, I tell you. The rest of this Friday in baseball, Kansas City and Toronto, by the way, are game tomorrow. Dayball at Wrigley, the Phillies beat the Cubs 5-3. Shane Raleigh 10-9, Botello 0-2. The Penguin, Ron Say 2 for 3, his 25th of the year. Drove in 2. Baltimore 13, Texas 6. Denny Martinez 3-13. Jeff Russell falls to 1-1. Cal 3 for 4, 2 homers. He now has 20 and drives in 8. He had 2 grand slams in that game. Wow. Mets beat the Pirates 13-9. Mets getting hot at the wrong time. Ed Lynch 10-10. Rick Rhoden 8-11. Jason Thompson 2 for 3, his 15th, and drives in 2. Jays beat the Royals 4-2. Tom Henke, his 2nd career win. Charlie Lieberant falls to 13-11. Steve Balboni 2 for 4. Baby went bye-bye 24 times now. 2 solo shots, the lone runs for the Royals. Tigers beat the Indians 7-3. Aurelio Lopez 3-2. Neil Heaton, where your value is not guaranteed, 5-15. Chet Lemon 3 for 3, his 12th of the year, drives in 2. Yankees beat the Red Sox 8-3. Joe Cowley beats Cam Boyd. Cowley, as the Yankees pound out 16 hits, 8-7. Cam Boyd 15-7. Ron Hassey 3 for 4, his 10th of the year, drives in 2. M's beat the Twins 3-2. Bill the Mariner Swift gets his first win, and Schramm falls to 11-10. Al Cowens 2 for 4 with a double. The Astros shut out the Reds 1-0. Dave Smith goes to 5-4. Tom Hume 2-1. Cesar Cedeno 2 for 4 with a double. White Sox beat the Brewers 2-1. Wehrmeister 3-1. Paul Gibson falls to 2-5. Eddie Romero, future Red Sox of America player, 2 for 3 with 2 doubles. California beats the A's 6-3. The Candyman can. He goes to 3-0 and makes the world taste good. Tim Burtsis falls to 5-6. Dwayne Murphy 2 for 4, his 18th of the year for the A's, and drives in 2. Jerry Roy shuts out the Giants 8-0. Vida Blue takes a loss. Mike Marshall 2 for 4, his 20th of the year, drives in 3. And last but not least, San Diego pounds Atlanta 10-3. And Hawkins 9-8. Rick Mailer 11-13. Steve Garvey 3 for 4 is 16th. The Rangers, by the way, in their where is it? Where is it? In their loss to Baltimore, walk 10. All right. See, so Tyler back for the Expos Cardinals. We'll have the Royals and the Jays for you tomorrow. Until then, I'm Ron Juckett. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you the next time.